The fourth and final game of your SFL Super Saturday. It is week 16 of season 25. The week it got pushed back from mid-season, and it has so many playoff implications you would have sworn it was meant to be all along. This game, huge in the context of the Houston Headhunters franchise history, and they get to play it out at home. You lose, you go into a logjam of teams at 9-3 vying for spots at the top of the SFL table. They also need to rely on a Mexico City loss if they are to continue to hold fort of the South Division title. If they win, it is their first number one seed placing in 12 seasons as an SFL franchise. A huge opportunity for Demond Simeon's Headhunters. And alongside me this evening to unpack what should be an entertaining second half of the game block tonight is none other than Brett Solberg. Brett, give me your keys to this matchup tonight.
Houston basically just has to not look ahead, and they have to look at this game themselves. Bossier City, yes, they're 3-8 so far this season, but you look further in. 6 of their losses have been one-score games. They fight until the very end of every single game that they're in. They cannot take Bossier City lightly. Bossier City has that potential to just drill those yards down your throats. So Houston has to be ready and gotta get that first overall points against at home into overdrive here.
Bossier City will start the football. This matchup has been played out 22 times across those 12 seasons. That dates back all the way until this Bossier City outfit was called the Dallas Law back in season 6, and led out by Johnny Pickler, who's about 400 yards shy of a 3,000 yard season. Another incredible campaign from him, entering his third with the Steamers outfit. Early throw is caught for a first down. That's an early sighting of Garrison Blue.
Yeah, and Garrison Blue, he's going to be amongst those receivers who's going to get a lot of targets and a lot of catches. Blue was a pivotal part in Bossier City's last game. It was another close loss to Albuquerque, 30-27. But ultimately, Blue became their all-star over the last couple of weeks, and really should be considered for all-star nomination if he continues playing well like this, especially in this final game.
Last made the all-star game in season 17, again on track to potentially get back in it again for a second time, his 7th season with this Bossier City unit. Again in the single back is Pickler. This time they will run it straight up the middle, nothing doing there. It's shut down by Peace at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it feels like one of the flaws from Bossier City's game has been the inconsistency of the run game. They could have 1 week where Rob Noel can run teams out of the arena, and then there's other games where you just don't see much out of him. So it all depends on how Noel plays tonight.
Mississippi with an early tackle for loss. He one of 4 linebackers across this Houston defense. Ranked second in the league as far as points allowed. Pickler in a deep drop back. He overthrew it just, but that was nearly on the end of it. Was Garrison Blue for a second time. Could have easily been 6 points if it had just had a little less touch on it.
Yeah, and it was good coverage overall from the Houston secondary to make Pickler kind of like waltz around the pocket, see where his open guys were, and he had to overthrow it because of the good coverage.
Into a bunch formation to the left-hand side, roll out by Pickler, got a block from Noel up front. That is caught in traffic. What a grab by Callier.
And again, Vin Callier has been doing Vin Callier things under ownership of Bossier City, and it just seems like it's just one of those ho-hum catches. Jacob, you were going up with that, but we've seen this all season from him. He's going to have catches in between defenders and find ways to move the chains for the Steamers.
Into a triple, a shock first down from 3rd down and 12. They find themselves up past halfway. Pickler is going to throw again, got an open receiver. That's Blue for a second time. Give him another first down.
Yeah, they're starting to become a little pass happy to start off this game, and I think it's catching Houston's defense a little bit off guard because they're so used to other teams starting to establish the run, see if they can get that going, and then forcing themselves to go with the pass. But maybe Bossier City seeing something in that 14th ranked pass defense that Houston has that they say to themselves, we can exploit that.
Certainly if it's the trend of their offense this season. Spread receivers out here, potential pressure coming from the slot. Callier will move across the field. Back by Pickler, has plenty of time. Callier, and again it's tipped, and Mississippi nearly swept through and hit an interception, but it falls harmlessly to the ground.
Very close catch from Callier. That almost was another, electrifying instant replay catch, but you hit the receiver hard enough, especially in that sternum area, he's going to drive the ball loose.
Again in the triple. Another drop back by Pickler. This time he was pressured. He's got Blue again. That's the target. 3 for 3 for Garrison Blue on the opening drive.
Yeah, it just seems that Blue is becoming open wherever he is on the field, whether it be middle or down on the left side. It's just been working for Pickler so far, and they're just tearing through the secondary, and they're making the safeties work, which is what Houston doesn't want to have.
You know the script here. It's they're playing for pride, but they're certainly coming out and trying to put a dampener on a long-time division rival. Throw to Blue. Got the drag. Touchdown, Bossier City.
Wow, and that is just strength coming from Vin Callier to secure the catch. Keep pushing forward with the defender behind you, and then when another one comes in, he says, I'm not going to stop at the goal line. I'm going to push past. Look at the replay. He's getting covered by Kai Cash and Jason Peace at the same time. And he says, you know what? I don't care if you're 9-2 Houston. I'm going to get Bossier City the first score of this contest and get the lead.
Just like that, within 3 minutes of scrimmage, Bossier City have gone all the way downfield and scored the opening touchdown of the game to put a little bit of early pressure on this Houston Headhunters outfit, and the scoreline in the other game not necessarily matching either, with Mexico City up 7-0 after a quarter, and Houston will get first possession here back at home. This projects to be a potential shootout if Bossier City's opening drive is a sign of things to come. Kickoff not returned, and Houston will march the offense out for head coach Damond Simeon. Led out by quarterback John Lakeman, Tino Sosa, and Blue Scott, the backs, Torino Rivera, the fullback, Tony Bennetts, Mike St. Green, Dayar Sim, and Greg Corky, your receivers, Daisy Peace, the tight end, Greg Gorski, and Barry Simeon, the tackle, Scott Calvin and Sarah Bergens, the guards, and Emmanuel Petrilla at the center spot. Early handoff up the middle of Tino Sosa, who's lit up after a gain of 4.
They're going to need that and more from Pink Lisa and the Bossier City defense. Houston is run first. Sosa and Scott combined for almost 1,500 yards just between those two guys alone, and 18 touchdowns. They're going to trust in their run game to move that offense forward.
Sosa again in the backfield. He will get the first down. We'll have a look if they have a second look at it. But Sosa, second in the league in yards and carries, first in the league in touchdowns. He has 14 of that number.
Yeah, and this is going to be a guy that's probably going to be an all-star come the end of the season. Probably one of the first guys picked out of the all-star draft as well.
Potential Offensive Player of the Year nomination as well. Early throw from Lakeman hits DR Sim in stride for a gain of 9.
This is also a Houston team that could pass deep as well, so Bossier City has to be ready for the deep drop from Lakeman and the deep catches from guys like St. Green and Corky. Those guys I'd be more worried about, and then DR Sim will finish it off by getting his touchdowns.
Into a heavy look. Again, you expect this team to run the ball quite freely. Toss play to the backfield. Sosa broke the first tackle, got the first down. Bossier City starting to settle into what is expecting to be a very heavy dose of the run this evening from Houston. Their defense will go through after this first down play. Again, this front seven is loaded. They'll need all the help they can get from the two veteran linebackers in Bogey Barr and Freddie Trammell. Bunch to the bottom, hand off to the right-hand side. That's the first carry for Blue Scott, who will get 5 on that carry. The rest of that Bossier City defense on the defensive line, Stephen Fellows the second, Rob Foraker, Biff Markham, and Jabu McSlim. Barr and Trammell the linebackers, the secondary, Pink Lisa, Mikael Foraker, Stuart Zomelia, Gunny Maguire, and Zach Holdoff at the strong safety position. Jokers formation on the second down and medium. Lakeman is going to throw. Got good blocking up front. Heaps of time. He's thrown it the wrong way. Intercepted by Bogey Barr.
And it seems like Bogey Barr, especially this season for Bossier City, has been the momentum shifter for this Bossier City team as he finds way to grab interceptions. Just note, he's already got 2 pick sixes this season, and it's because of his good work. You remember, Jacob, he's got 2 of probably the longest pick sixes so far this season, one going for about 103 and the other one going for about 96. He is that shift of momentum linebacker who's got great hands.
It's his 4th interception of the season, so it means that half of his picks end up in points. This one spots Bossier City inside Houston territory. A carry up the middle for Rob Noel will pick up 3. We'll introduce the Houston defense. Mac Dre, Don Raw, Alex Dominguez, and Anthony Stover, your defensive lineman. Jason Peace, Garrett Evans, Juan Mississippi, and Blake B. Craig, your linebackers. Dustin Sakasi, Jordan Barnett, Kai Cash, Guy Incognito, Al Ingram III, and Chris Henry are the secondary unit. Play fake. Pickler downfield, caught Garrison Blue again. It's actors Adam Williams, the second tight end on the depth chart. Probably one of the best 2-way tight end tandems in the SFL. And Adam Williams has Bossier City deep inside Houston territory.
Yeah, it's so crazy. This season, Williams hasn't been too much involved. He's only gotten 7 receptions coming into this game. But just a point of note, DR Sim in the sidelines was screaming at his defense to really shut down the middle of that field, because that's where Bossier City's aiming at, and Bossier City's just striking at that middle of the field.
Another drop back by Fickler. This time the flats are wide open, and a good move up front there to get some early yardage. And Rob Noel will pick up 7.
And Bossier City will do this sometimes. They'll throw down deep, and then they'll follow it up with a swing pass to just keep Houston's defense honest to see if they're going to blitz or they're going to stay in zone.
Into a heavy set toss play in the backfield. It is Rob Nemchek with his first touch, and it is shut down by Blake B. Craig at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, and then the biggest thing for Bossier City is just to continue with the positive momentum. This 3rd and 2 is going to be big for them, even though they're up 7-0, because Houston can score in bunches. You've got to respond in kind.
Draw by Johnny Pickler, 1st down. We saw that heaps last week from this Bossier City player. Pickler, who's had a host of rushing touchdowns this season, has been known to use his legs to get them out of those short field situations, has done so again, and finds this Bossier City outfit 12 yards away from the Houston goal line. Handoff on the outside. Rob Noel got the first contact. The second one gets the job done. It's a 1-yard gain. Well shut down there by Guy Incognito.
Yeah, the only guys that have rushed have rushed more than Johnny Pickler is Jordan Sipe and Ty Patak, who are 2 natural, pure runners out there on the field. So Pickler, he's got some feet as well.
Into a triple look. Garrison Blue is a receiver here in this look. So Adam Williams is on the right-hand side of that line. It'll be a play fake by Pickler. Looks across end zone. DPI at the goal line. To killer for Houston, it'll be Chris Henry who's going to be pinned.
And Jacob, we'll look at the replay here. That is inches close to getting to the football, but they're going to say he was going for the tackle first before getting to him. And yeah, you can see positioning, trying to get over the catch, and just gave him no chance to secure that ball.
See that Jeff Banfield did not have an opportunity to make a play at the ball, and that's always going to be called. So now in this situation, Bossier City, one of the best offenses in the league in these scenarios. We'll see if they bring out the QB draw again in a heavy jacks formation. Gonzalez and Noel in the backfield. It's going to go to Rob Noel. He got clean room. Touchdown, Bossier City. They're up by 2.
Man, they're hitting huge right hooks and left hooks early to Houston, and getting this to an early 2-score lead is massive, especially for Bossier City, because we've seen them have such slow starts to their games, which is sometimes why they can't get out of these funks. They can't retake leads or anything of that sort. That's maybe sort of why that they're 3-8. And more importantly, they're getting close to that home defense mark. Houston's only allowed 14.5 points per game at home. They're already at 14 points. They're showing that they're going to play ball in this last week of the season.
Certainly come out swinging again. The division rivalry still plays into the contest significantly. These two teams have faced each other 22 times. Houston does have the ledger on that one, 12-9. Meadows will have another position here to try and get off the John Lakeman turnover. It's a good return by Sim. He gets it up past the 40. Up past halfway. DR Sim in open space. See you later. DR Sim's going to put Houston on the board.
And hey, that's the easiest way to get those points back is trust on your Hall of Famer who leads in every category except for maybe most hot dogs eaten on the sidelines by an SFL player as he continues to just mark his legacy as the greatest. And funny enough, his first kick return touchdown of this season. He's got 2 punt returns already at this point, but not a kick six to his name, and just his second kick return touchdown of all time. That is a statement to make after Bossier City hit you in the gut with 2 touchdowns.
What a huge momentum swing. They were decimated on defense on the both Bossier City possessions, and they had the interception on their opening offensive drive. The offense won't even get on the field, and they have points on the board. A huge momentum swing. Sonny J will kick back to Dave Axis for a 3rd time.
And he's dangerous too.
Indeed he is. This will be returnable. And met well. Great chase from behind. And Axis with nowhere to go will be pinned 20 yards away from Bossier City's goal line. So 2 drives, 1 touchdown score from Pickler to Van Callier. The second, the 1 yard rushing touchdown to Rob Noel. And Bossier City still find themselves ahead by a score despite that DR Sim kick return touchdown. Hand up at the middle. Rob Noel runs straight into Mississippi. It'll be a 3-yard gain.
It was good work from the offensive line to open up that gap. But the linebackers saw that gap and pretty much filled it immediately. And Noel was lucky to get those 3 yards.
Set eye to the right-hand side in the pro formation. And for the middle, there was early pursuit there. It'll be met for only a gain of potentially 1. We'll introduce the Bossier City defense offense very quickly. Johnny Pickler at quarterback, Rob Noel, Rob Nemchek the back, Speedy Gonzalez the fullback, Dave Axis, Vin Callier and Jeff Banfield the receivers, Adam Williams and Garrison Blue tight ends, Yogi and Hokie Barr at the tackle spots, Anthony Anderson and Duke and Rukin, the other 2 linemen. Pickler in trouble, rolls out, runs straight at them, shut down by Incognito, short of the line to gain.
That one's maybe close, you know, from the naked eye, but that I'd say that's a pretty fair placement of the football, and that's the first stop from Houston's defense. And right now, that momentum's starting to go back to Houston's side.
Danny Dimes will punt this one away for the first time today. DR Sim's going to get another return opportunity. Can't let him get free. It is shut down, though. Good pursuit up front by the special teams unit to ensure he doesn't get away from him a second time. But Houston now with an opportunity to make amends for that opening interception by John Lakeman. Into a triple formation. Piece with the 3 receivers. It's going to be a run and plenty of room for Sosa. He's going to be pursued from behind by Trammell, who did enough to push him out of bounds. But a great run from Tino Sosa. That's more what we've come to expect from this Houston offense.
And that's the danger that Sosa brings to the table for Houston's run offense. And he is, you know, really started to shine, especially since he's come to Houston and really has become probably in that conversation of maybe top 10, top 5 running backs that you really need to consider for, you know, moving forward for the SFL.
Down at the bottom will be a draw play up the middle. Blue Scott is going to get a run. That'll be 7. So she's trying to pursue today a 500-yard season, which would give them an incentive. That's a quarter done. 14-7, Bossier City leads here, trying to pose an upset and ruin Houston's evening here. Aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by Dag's Drone Works. videography, and photography services for all your events and catering and more. Visit dagsdroneworks.com. Back here at Vibe Sports Stadium after that look over the Houston Harbor. Second and short upcoming. Tino Sosa with fresh legs. Had that 12-yard run on the opening play of the drive. He's going to get the toss play to the outside. Beat one. He's not going to get the first down. He'll be a yard shy. Well played up front by Bossier City. They've got an opportunity here to stop.
I wouldn't be too surprised if Houston goes for another stretch run, maybe opposite side, so they can get more field space for either Sosa or Scott to kind of run through. So I would expect it if you're Bossier City just to defend a run from the right side.
There'll be a fullback run up the middle for Rivera, who has got the first down, and a huge goal line stop in the other game. Albuquerque are going to hold Mexico City to 10 points to 3 as that game just heads to half time. So the Aztecs trying to put pressure on the Headhunters this evening. Houston, meanwhile, has a fresh set of downs inside Bossier City territory. It'll be a Lakeman drop back, throws across that. He's in traffic and incomplete. Well jarred free there by Michaela Foraker.
And Foraker hasn't been, super electric with the interceptions. Actually has none so far this season. But she has done well with jarring the ball loose against her assignment so far this season. That seems to be a regular highlight reel for Michaela.
Bunch to the right-hand side after that Foraker deflection. Lakeman is going to throw again. Zips it across that. He's caught for a first down. It's a bit more like it from the Lakeman shuffle, and Mike St. Green has Houston further downfield.
It was both St. Green and it looked to be Corky that was open too on those slants play. And it was just Lakeman's decision as to where he was going to throw it. St. Green hasn't gotten a touch yet. Let's get him a reception.
Lakeman's found both of his outside receivers so far, and he's going to have another pass attempt here in the empty formation. It's Sim in motion. Drop back again by Lakeman. Great blocking by Simeon on the edge, and that'll be a first down. Caught by Daisy Peace.
There's a good stop route from Peace as well, as she kind of just stopped right at the motion, and the linebacker, that looked to be Bogey Barr, who, again, great coverage specialist at linebacker, wasn't ready for that stop route to happen, and Peace was left wide open.
Again, the bunch, they've got a fresh set of downs here. Drop back by Lakeman, again zips it, it is incomplete. What a free ball! It was dropped at the goal line by Greg Corky, who nearly had 6 points, and somehow the defender was able to jar it free.
Yeah, and Bossier City, if you're looking at this defensively, they're 13, 14 yards out. They're going to go for the touchdown each time now. They might sprinkle in a run here and there, but you should expect to defend the goal line now.
They're going to go back to the bunch, but revert it. Sim will be on the left-hand side now of Lakeman. Watch him across the field. It is going to go. Caught! Goal line touchdown, Toby Burnett!
Yeah, and that one just crossing the goal line barriers is called Toby Bonnett, who's going to get himself his 4th touchdown, which, surprisingly enough here, Jacob, leads the team. You think of guys like DR, Mike St. Green, Greg Corky, well-established names. Toby Bonnett just comes in fresh as a daisy. Rookie season, gets 4 touchdowns. That's an amazing rookie season from the youngster.
We've got a shootout here at Vibe Sports Stadium. 4 scores in 12 minutes of scrimmage. Both offenses starting to piece it together. 2nd touchdown of the game for Houston. And it's a 13-yard receiving touchdown for Toby Burnett. And continues his scoring streak in the Season 25 campaign. Was a marquee rookie pickup for Houston to make the 4th receiver in his core. And he's certainly been heavily used in those big plays. He stepped up big again in their pursuit for the number 1 seed. Bossier City possession not returned by Dave Axis.
Pressure is back on Bossier City's offense now that Houston has scored 14 unanswered to tie the game. Let's see what Pickler and company have set for this ensuing drive.
Pickler has been very good so far, finding his receivers. Another drop back. It was Dominguez who was trying to get the pressure. It goes downfield again. Pickler willing to heave it to a one-on-one down the field, but again, well covered by Houston.
Yeah, and Houston's starting to figure out that Bossier City is kind of playing like them right now. They're starting to, throw these semi-risky passes. We've seen it a few times to Calia's way. And right now, there's no fear from Bossier City's offense.
Another drop back. That one is caught. Calia. That one a little bit more routine. It's them a first down.
Yeah, and the safeties are going to be very close to that first down markers. So whenever you've got a catch available, you've got to be careful of guys like that, as well as Kai Cash, who can change assignments once he sees the ball sling out of Pickler's hands.
Kai Cash, a veteran in his own right, has spent 12 in the league, 8 with this team. As the assault with Calia this evening. Rob Noel, a good run up the middle. And shut down by Chris Henry after a gain of 6.
And it gives an open playbook for Bossier City, and that's really what you need on a second down. Now you have to keep Houston's defense honest and figure out what Bossier City's going to do next.
Here to go to the run here. It'll be a toss play to the outside to Nemchek, and it is shut down by Jason Peace. It'll be a 2-yard gain, so still a manageable third down.
Good idea with the toss play, because that usually ends up being more successful than not, but they need more blockers to head that way too to help out, because Houston brings a lot once they recognize the toss.
And you go to the fullback dive. It'll be Gonzalez up the middle and nothing doing. Shut down again. Chris Henry, the run stopper. And Bossier City will punt this for one away.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a good idea to go with the run on third down. Bossier City is a naturally passing team. Go with the short route option, because you've gone long most of the time. Surprise them with a short route, just get the first down, and they just didn't do it.
Punt return will be fair caught by DR Sim. So Houston now, where they went down by 2 scores, and now themselves have an opportunity to take the lead here with a scoring position on this drive. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Plenty to go through already from this game. Into an empty straight away. Drop back by Lakeman. Fellows nearly got in the side, and it is incomplete. Bogey Barr was in the area again. Was just following Daisy Peace, and in the end it fell away from both of them.
Yeah, that one Houston probably wants back out of it, just so Lakeman can get a better look, maybe get a better pass out of it. But now they're starting to get a little aggressive here. They got four receivers on a bunch formation.
So again, it's a passing blow. They've run out of this before, though. Burnett's in motion. Lakeman is going to throw again. Throw across the field. Caught! Toby Burnett's in traffic. In fact, it's Greg Corky. His first reception of the game, making up for that drop earlier on the last drive. And Lakeman back to it again.
And the Secretary of Corn, Zach Holdorf, was just a little bit too late on pursuit, knowing the pass was heading Corky's way, and just couldn't get there in time. And Corky had enough to secure the ball and get that first down.
He, the only natural safety left on the depth chart, with Bob Funk inactive for the back quarter of the season. That's a tough run by Tino Sosa. Will get 7 on that carry. Shut down again. Bogey Barr's got plenty of work to do this evening, along with Freddie Tremble, if they're going to continue on the ground the way that they have this season. But it's been a pass-first offense from Houston so far this evening. Into a second and short. Toss play to the backfield. It is going to be a run to the outside, and it'll be a first down. There is Blue Scott. He's able to pick up the necessary yardage.
Yeah, and that's what they signed Blue Scott to be. Didn't have to, try to match whatever Tino Sosa was going to bring out. Just get enough to secure first downs, some major runs on first or second to set them up beautifully on the next play.
Back into the triple. They've run plenty out this day. And Bogey Barr up front. That's a much better response. Had some support there from Holdorf as well. Give them a yard there on that run. It's the first time Tino Sosa hasn't had a wealth of room to run into. It'll be a draw play on the second down. That's Blue Scott, who is nailed in the midfield after a gain of 7 or 8. That's a good run. And it'll be a third down and short.
Yeah, this is a big third down for Bossier City's defense. Houston has stuffed your offense now twice. You've got to respond in kind if you're Bossier City.
Sosa and Rivera in the backfield. Corky will be motioned to the outside, perhaps for some extra run blocking. Lakeman's going to throw again out of a Joker's formation. He's sacked! Nailed! What a rip off the defensive line there to get free with Stephen Fellows, and Houston will punt away.
Has been quiet in the pass rush so far this season, gets his second of the campaign, and what better time to do it? Houston driving down the field, now being stalled for the first time in a little while, and forces them to punt it away.
Sonny J's first punt of the afternoon. Sending it back to Dave Axis on return duty in his last game in the SFL. He returned to the 20 and no further. Bossier City now with an opportunity to reclaim the lead they had swiped from them earlier.
And another going back to Bossier City's pressure. This is back to them being pressured by Houston. Houston's kind of slowing things down, going into their pace. We saw in the last drive they started running the ball a lot more and really balance out that run pass so far in this first half. Bossier City needs to do something in kind with this last 3:35 in the first half.
Into the triple formation. 80 yards to go for another Bossier City touchdown. Pickler is going to go downfield. Too much contact on the pass defense there. And it'll be a healthy spot.
Yeah, that one is a little bit tougher for us to see immediately. And it's, again, that's Kai Cash's second infraction. And that's going to be huge. If he stays undisciplined, that's going to lead for opportunities to Bossier City to continue moving down the field through the penalty system.
You take what you can get against this defense that has been stout this season. Particularly the points allowed column. It's going to spot them a 19-yard gain. And off up the middle, that will be a rough run there for Rob Noel. That will give him 3. In the other game block, Sammy Steele's kicked the second field goal. Mexico City leads 10-6 with a third down and long upcoming for the Aztecs. We keep our attention here though as we enter the last 3 minutes of the opening half. Handoff up the middle. It'll be a run for Nemchek. Not much on offer there again from Houston's defense. It's Jason Peace up the middle. A third down and medium.
That's a big, again, going back to these big third downs, and you're going to see this probably moving forward because there's so much on the line, especially for Houston. They want to get that number 1 seed, and Bossier City wants to play the ultimate spoiler in Houston, Texas.
Dave Axis motioned. He is a tight end here on this play. The handoff though on the play fake is Pickler. He will try and run, and there's no room for him. It'll be shut down. Very similar to how the last drive ended for the Headhunters. It's Alex Dominguez who gets the sack.
Well, let's just keep on climbing that leaderboard, shall we, Alex Dominguez? I know you lead the sack category. That's number 242 this season for Big Sexy.
His career, mind you, I don't know if you could ever get 242 in a season, Brett. We know what you meant. Punt away from Danny Dimes, second time today. It'll be Simeon on the return. There is not much on route there for the Hall of Famer, Houston. Again, so a turbulent opening sort of 12 minutes or so, and then punt, back-to-back 2-minute warning. Houston football trying to take the lead for the first time today. Meanwhile, entering the last 15 minutes of the other game, Mexico City is in the SFL red zone, trying to double their lead. We'll keep an eye on both blocks this evening. Lakeman on the opening play of the drive. He will throw it. It is caught in traffic. Not sure how that was reeled in. It'll be a gain of 7. It looked like There was blanket coverage there from Stuart Zamilia, and somehow Mike St. Green got 7 yards out of it.
And St. Green can do that a couple times where you think it was going to be incomplete from the get-go. He still finds a way to secure the catch.
So Jokers will go handoff on the outside. De Sosa beat the first contact and the second. Runs outside, gets a first down, and straight to Pink Lisa.
And now it becomes a little bit of a cause of concern if you're Bossier City, because Sosa's starting to really tear down that Bossier City defense. Nearly 40 yards on 8 carries. You don't want that if you're Bossier City.
After 30, Lakeman might take a shot here downfield. He's got Corky in the midfield. They're up past halfway, and they'll call their first time out.
Yeah, and that one you can see Gunny McGuire maybe going a little bit too slack on that coverage, maybe trying to cover an area instead of a man, and it just led to Corky being open enough for Lakeman to find down the field.
Into a triple look. They're inside Bossier City territory. Just got to get it into Sonny J territory to take the lead here, but they might want more given what Bossier City have produced on offense so far today. Peace motioned across the side. Lakeman will throw it, picked! Going in the other direction, it's Zomilia. It was the lineman, Barry Simeon, couldn't get him. Stuart Zomilia inside the 10. Still going. DR Sim's going to make the tackle at the 5. Unreal.
I'm more enamored by the spin move that got Zomilia free on the sideline. We might see this on the replay on this interception. First off, great job just to be in the vicinity, remove Daisy Peace out of the equation. Look at the spin move and then the shifting of the body to get away from 2 offensive players from Houston. It just took DR Sim to tackle him inside the 5-yard line, and this is prime field position for Bossier City to take back the lead to head to the locker room with.
Bossier City on 5 yards to reclaim the lead. What a huge turning point. They've had nothing as far as momentum's concerned in this second quarter. After taking a 14-0 lead. Throw to the outside, it is incomplete. Vincalio trying to get the double.
Oh, I'm laughing here, Jacob, because that seemed like a clear pass with the intent of trying to get the pass interference call, and the refs keep the flag in their pocket. It was a smart idea, looking Callia's way on the out route with a lot of mixed coverage, but it just doesn't pan out. 2nd and goal now.
Escott City's taking a 17-6 lead thanks to a Buford Van Dam rushing touchdown. Bossier City trying to put Houston behind again. That is thrown, and it was Kai Cash who was in the way. Trying to make up for a couple of errors in this opening half. He's done well there.
And that one was a zip from Johnny Pickler. Maybe need to get a little bit of mustard off that ball so that he could find his target. Instead, he finds the back plate of Kai Cash, and now at 3rd and goal, Bossier City, they'd be happy with 3, but I think you need to get a touchdown on this one.
They've thrown twice. They will have to throw again here, you feel. Banfield up the top. Drop back by Pickler. Throw. That's short and caught, but it'll be a gain of 1 for Dave Axis. There's no final day touchdown for him on that play. And it'll be a decent result in the end for Houston, given the circumstances. They're only going to be going down by 3.
Yeah, the standard goal line spacing play, if you're on the pass game, and they went with the short route, hoping Axis would get kind of a catch and run. But there was a catch, but no run. I'm going to get this clock to zeros here.
Be careful, you don't leave too little time left to snap the football. So 2 perfectly timed by Bossier City, and Houston will have a second. It'll really only be the return. Granted, we've seen DR Sim return 1 already today.
And again, I think Bossier City's happy with that 3, but getting a Stuart Zomilia pick all the way down to the 5-yard line, I'm thinking you had to score on that drive. It leaves a little bit of a window still open for Houston, even when it's a 3-point lead.
Give credit as well to Sosa and DR Sim to pursue that play and prevent it from being a 7-pointer. We'll see if that comes back again. Sim on the return. He might do it a second time.
You're
Up
kidding.
past halfway. He's going to be pushed outside of bounds. Wow.
That's crazy. If that would have gone down for 6 again, that's all momentum lost and then absolute pressure and a half because Houston's getting the ball back in the second half, like the most perfect 2-for-1 situation. And you got to count your blessings that that the special teams player pushed him out of bounds.
Well, a turbulent opening half here at Vibe Sports Stadium. Bossier City leading a division rivalry game, 17 points to 14. And to highlight, Houston needs to win this game to lock up the #1 seed for the first time in their franchise history. Brett Solberg, what did you observe in that opening half?
Yeah, and it was good work from Houston, coming back from basically Bossier City hitting you in the gut, like I said earlier, with 2 touchdowns straight off the hop, and really shutting down Bossier City to just 41 yards of offense in the second quarter, and kind of doing your own work in that second quarter yourself. Really relying on the pass. 88 of their 97 passing yards was just in the second quarter alone. Spreading the wealth has been doing a great job from Houston as well. But Bossier City is kind of like that annoying fly that it's in your ear. They just keep staying in this game. They find ways to really grab momentum back. But now with Houston getting the football back, it all starts with how Houston's going to go on this first drive.
Second half about to be underway here at Vibe Sports Stadium in Houston, Texas. I'm Jacob Clear. That's Brett Solberg. We've got 2 veteran statisticians with us this evening, Stephen Hacker and Ron Haynes. Commissioner Cameron Irvine producing. As always, you're watching the Simulation Football League on the Virtual Football Network. Houston with opening position of the second half, down by 3.
And I don't think Houston's going to veer away from their game plan. I expect this first run to go to Tino Sosa. I'd expect it to be a stretch run. If I'm Bossier City, I'm going to clog the lanes.
Into a triple formation here. And Sosa has been good on limited volume though, mind you. It's been a bit more balanced than usually we're expecting from this Houston outfit at home. He dropped back by Lakeman. Has time, throws downfield, caught Sim. They need him, and he has got them up past the 40.
And it's McGuire again that just couldn't get his hands up. And Sim just has perfect opportunity just to look down the field, make sure he has secure hands on that football. If McGuire maybe looked up and had his hands, maybe we're looking at a pass deflection and incompletion instead.
Huge opening play of the drive. They've had some key moments from DR Sim tonight. Again in the triple, there'll be a motion across for Toby Burnett, who has a touchdown to his name as well. Lakeman again bought some time. Wow. Caught Burnett in the midfield. Brilliant catch.
And now Houston's starting to really gash into the side of the defense that Houston was being gashed on in the first half. Bossier City's allowing that middle of the field wide open, and Bonnets had plenty of open opportunity. Now we've seen that from both Sim and Bonnets on 2 passes.
It's Houston back in Bossier City territory. 2 good passes from John Lakeman. He's had 2 interceptions today, but is still very much willing to throw it. He's going again downfield. That's St. Green to the 25.
And again, spreading the wealth with receivers. It's not just one guy that's really taking over the stat sheet. Now they get St. Green with just his 3rd reception. 3 other receivers have 2. So all these guys are getting plenty of love tonight.
He's found 3 unique receivers on this drive here to have Houston on the precipice of the SFL red zone. Like St. Green's 3 this afternoon. They maintain the triple formation again here. Pressure shown. They called it right. And Tino Sosa is going to get 2.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from Bossier City's defense. Sosa's going to get his yards. It doesn't matter what you throw on to him, but only limiting him to 2 and just changing up that book on second down is crucial for Bossier City.
Into a pair slot look. It'll be a run for Sosa again. He's got a little more room. They're going to give him a healthy 6 yards. It'll be a 3rd down and short. You go back to the run again here.
Especially when you're inside the red zone, I expect this to be a run. I wouldn't be too shocked if they try to give this ball to Rivera on the halfback down, or the fullback down, I should say.
Seen that before on the other side of the field. Be a throw though by Lakeman again on third down. And short, well broken up. Was trying to throw it to the backfield for Bullets, but it was the secondary tailback in Blue Scott, and it'll be shut down there on the deflection. And Sonny J is going to have to tie the game up.
Yeah, and Bossier City will take this. They kind of bent but didn't break on that drive, and they'll be content with making Sonny J kick it.
This one ties us up at 17 apiece. Huge play in the other game. Albuquerque 3rd down and 7, backed up on their own goal line. They throw. Cyrus Drive hits K. Marion in the end zone. They are now down 17 points to 13. Mexico City to get the football back with 7.5 minutes left. Again, Houston needs Mexico City to lose if they are to cop a loss here in this game. But for the time being, their fate is in their own hands, the Headhunters. No return by Dave Axis. Let's check in with Commissioner Cameron Irvine. We might get a look at that play.
Yeah, Jacob, I think it's worth showing. Look at this as K. Marion makes a beautiful catch on the Day of the Dead, saving that one from extinction in the back corner of the end zone. Albuquerque's right back in this thing, testing the Aztecs on the road. Back to you.
2 huge games to decide playoff outcomes here in the back end stretch of the season. That is going to be a roll. Give him 9.5 there of Ben Callier.
And Callie is just really pushing his way. He's saying to his Bossier City mates, yes, we're out of the playoffs, but this is a perfect moment to really spoil the standings. And he's trying to will this team to their 4th win of the season. I love it out of him.
Joker's going to be run from Pickler, 1st down. Called that twice today, and both times it's been successful.
Yeah, and it just doesn't seem like Houston has been ready for that. And I don't think anybody would be ready for that because we don't see too many of the sneaks from basically any other team in the league except for maybe Bossier City, Mexico City, and Chicago.
Now, Bossier City themselves will go into a triple formation. And off straight at the middle, Rob Noel. He breaks the first tackle and the second. And it'll be a 7-yard run. So Bossier City started to settle themselves on their own side. They've been the more pass-happy of the offenses, you would feel. And they're starting to get their run game going.
Yeah, and right now, out of the 35 plays, they've got 17 runs so far. So both these teams have balanced run and pass very well tonight.
2nd down and 3. The playbook is open here for Garrisonville on the sideline. It'll be a head toss play on the outside. Got it. 1st down run for Robert Nemchek.
And again, Nemchek almost plays the same role as Baloo Scott. Doesn't need to really have any big flashy plays. Just get the 1st down, get ready for goal line scenarios. Nemchek has 4 rushing touchdowns so far this season.
Another drop back by Piccolo. Nearly got there in the backfield. Wow! What a catch, Jeff Banfield.
And Banfield has been blanketed and then some throughout this night, and this is his first real opportunity in grabbing that football. Moss's Kai Cash to get that 1st down catch. What a beautiful display of athleticism.
Kai Cash has not been your evening so far. Another unfortunate moment for him there. That one wide open, Ben Callier. They've got to cover him. He's got another 1st down.
And this is really starting to look like that first Bossier City drive where they started to really slash Houston's defense with the pass. And it's been going with quick throws. It's been going with catches that have looked fantastic out of them. Kudos to Bossier City for really giving it to Houston throughout this game.
35 away now from a major score. Another drop back by Pickler. This time he's gone. Loss of 5 in the backfield. Dominguez has a 2nd.
And that's just Dominguez's sheer weight being supplied on there because it looked like he was going to have trouble with his lineman. Just swims through and he decides, you know what? I'm going to put my big body on Pickler. You ain't getting a pass off, buddy.
Long-time SFL veteran, had not had a sack prior to this evening in one of Houston's biggest games this season. He's got 2. Fresh 2nd and 15 for Pickler. He was pressured. What a throw! What a grab inside the 5 is It's Banfield again with a huge play.
And Banfield broke through that first line of defense, breezed through his matchup, and it was only Chris Henry to beat, essentially. As you can see, it was kind of a designed zone almost, but also at the same time, Banfield just breezed through Cash, no problem, and it forced Henry to go out of position, but not enough time before Banfield got the catch.
1st and 4 away. This is where they were after that interception by Stuart Zamilia, and they were unable to score. Can Houston hold them out again? Toss play. Rob Noel, wide open. Peace was kept out of it, and as a result, it'll be a 6-pointer for Rob Noel.
Beautiful blocking by the Bossier City front. You can see all the linemen finding their assignments just to get their hands on a Houston defender and give Noel the opportunity. Look at the lead block. Just give Noel that space and say, cut further right, cut further right. You're going to get that open space. The receivers did well on the block as well. Bossier City's back in the lead.
Huge moment in the game again. That's what you feel they should have done when they went downfield at the back end of the second quarter. What a different game it might have been if Bossier City were able to get a major score out of that. Irrespective, they maintain a 7-point margin here over the Headhunters. Pressure back on Houston again. Again, they need to win this game to lock up the #1 seed for the first time in their franchise history. No return by the dangerous DR Sim.
And again, back to Bossier City's mission. Force Houston to stop. No points. Get them to punt the football away. Then you have advantage back. But right now, Houston can still apply the pressure.
To maintain this triple look's been successful for them today. Bossier City brought the pressure and it's jarred free. Great play by Pink Lisa to keep it away from Corky.
And Pink Lisa's been the star so far in the secondary. 7 tackles, 2 of them assisted. First pass deflection second pass deflection, I should say, off a hit. And really, they're going to need more Pink Lisa tonight.
Into another triple look. They'll try and go for the second down. St. Green moved across in motion. He's going to run a cross route. Lakeman rolling out in the pocket. He's going to send it deep on the jugglers. Hold off. He's got it.
Zach Holdorf makes up for that play where he kind of lost his assignment a little bit too late. Manages to tip drill an interception in his hands. And man, oh man, you can feel the energy in Vipe Sports Stadium start to quiet down as Bossier City's starting to take momentum out of Houston's hands.
The pressure is well and truly on Houston now. 3rd interception for John Lakeman. Another drop back by Pickler. Throws outside. Banfield. That time, Kai Cash got the play.
And just to update you guys with the Mexico City game, Albuquerque forces Mexico City to kick a field goal. Now it is a 20-13 game with 2:15 left to go. Albuquerque's got the football.
Huge finish in that game. Again, Houston needs an Albuquerque win. And they need themselves to win. On the back fence at the moment, other Headhunters. Pickler's going to throw. He's got wide open. Kalia Henry saved the day again.
Yeah, and that one again. We're seeing these Bossier City receivers just breeze by secondary players. We'll see it on the replay. This time, it looked to be Al Ingram that was on coverage. He's usually a natural safety playing dime corner, it looks like, on the slot. And, not Banfield, Kalia just breezed by through him.
Into a triple look again. Hand off at the middle. They're going to go to Noel. Conservative on the first down. That's not going to get anything. Shut down by Incognito at the line of scrimmage.
And again, if you're Houston, you've got to shut down that run game. You've got to find ways to just shut down Bossier City's momentum so that you can get it back and you can have an opportunity to tie this game.
Oh man, Cyrus Jives just thrown an interception in the other game. Mexico City have the football back. They might have that game locked up. Liam Ryan with a huge play as Houston has shut down the second down run here. It'll be a third down and long for Bossier City.
And it looks like Liam Ryan sacrificed himself on that one too, as he's down and he's hobbling to the bench over there. So Mexico City counting their blessings right now to get that pick.
So much happening. Pigler on a third down along. He was pressured.
Oh.
Great deflection. Houston gets enough. It's John Barnhart with that one. And Houston will get off the field.
Yeah, beautiful deflection. Raising up like Dikembe Mutombo with the block, forcing a field goal. 42 yards, not a guarantee off the left hash mark.
Enough to put it to a 10-point lead and 2 scores again for the first time since the first quarter. And the kick is through the uprights. Matt Fennick, the longtime veteran kicker, with a huge conversion here.
Cool, calm, and collected was Matt Fennick with that kick. He said, you know what, we need to open up this lead. And that's the right way to kick a football as well. Straight down Main Street, no concern with that kick.
So it means that Houston now find themselves down by 2 scores. Again, they are not fully punished for a John Lakeman turnover. It's the second time that he's thrown an interception, and Bossier City have only come away with it with a field goal as DRCM will run up to the 30 on the return. Huge third down in the Albuquerque Mexico City game here. It'll be a run for Van Dam. He is shut down. Albuquerque will be able to call a timeout with 1:50 left. They'll get the football back. So hope still alive in the other side of the block for Houston, but they find themselves with a deep climb here. 12.5 minutes left of scrimmage. They need to get back 2 scores. Do you keep going to the pass? It has killed them all night, but you feel with the deficit they have to. And the playmakers have got on the outside, the likes of St. Green, the likes of Simeon. It'll be a run for Sosa, hold off. Straight there, it's only a 2-yard run.
Yeah, and you could just feel the intensity of this game, not just from me and Jacob, but from this field down there. It may only be late in the third quarter, but this quarter feels like the fourth quarter already.
Chance Blackwater with his second field goal makes it a 10-point Mexico City lead. Hand off up the middle. It'll be a run for Baloo Scott again, and that will be a healthy 5 yards. A better carry again on the second down, but a third down and 4 leaves the playbook open a bit here.
And Houston hasn't had a lot of third down opportunities. This is only the 4th time. They've only converted once. This is a big chance to convert the second one.
Lakeman dropped back. Barry Simeon got the lead block. Great throw and a safe catch made by Mike St. Green. They needed that.
Yeah, prime opportunity again for Holdorf to, get his hands on the football, just like Al Ingram did on that, and decide to go for the catch instead of the deflection, and left basically wide open catch for the first down.
Fresh to the downs there. 4 yards shy of halfway. Pressure shown on the outside. Michaela Foraker might go for the blitz here. She'll back off. Lakeman under pressure, throws outside, deflected, and somehow over the sideline. St. Green did enough to prevent disaster.
Yeah, and it was right around his area, but it falls off his shoulder pad and out of bounds. So thankfully for Houston, they still have the ball back, but there was a couple white jerseys ready for that tip drill interception again.
Another drop back by Lakeman. Blocking up front was good. He's going to take off and we'll get the first down. Give him 11 yards on that run.
It's a smart run from Lakeman. He saw that pocket break down almost immediately from the Bossier City defensive line, had to run for it, saw open space down the right side, got the first down, and more importantly, didn't fumble. We've seen a lot of quarterback fumbles over the last couple weeks.
Inside Bossier City territory now are the Headhunters. There'll be a run onto the outside. Sosa again, the run defense is stout. Freddie Trammell, who's had a quiet afternoon, shut that one down.
I think Houston's still going to be okay with that, though, because he got 4 yards. Still sets up a more open playbook for second down. They've got Scott in the backfield on this strong eye formation. I wouldn't be too surprised if they toss it.
Seen that quite a bit today, but they've also seen them pass out of these heavy formations as well. But with the former, there'll be a run for Scott on the outside, stiff arm. Man, Bogey Barr shuts that one down. That'll be the last play of the quarter. We've got a whole nother quarter of this left to go. Ooh. South Division rivalry. Houston chasing the number 1 seed. They're down by 10 with the football.
What a game. Like 3 quarters, this felt absolutely electric.
Man, the other game, Mexico City have got a 4th down and 10 to defend. They are about to lock up a win here on the other side of the game block. So Houston has to win. It'll be a 54-yard attempt for Sammy Steele to try and bring it back to 7. Meanwhile, the Headhunters with a huge 3rd down. Lakeman on a rollout. Throw caught DRSM midfield. Huge play by the Doctor. Sammy Steele, it's a 54-yarder. It's within 7 back down at Mexico City.
Ties for the longest this season at 54 yards. We have seen 2 of those before, and now the 3rd one this season. Gets them within 7, now needs to get the onside kick, and a huge 1st down catch for DR Sin. And again, Gunny McGuire just running a little bit too far, leading Simpson to be open.
Mexico City have got the onside kick. They've locked up the win. Albuquerque have no timeouts left. That throw is incomplete. We can take our defection away. In fact, there's going to be a return for a touchdown. No, Tarantis is going to get 6 points somehow out of that. So we can just steer our attention firmly to this game. We've seen Mexico City return some of those onside kicks for touchdowns several times. Tarantis is going to call game on the other side of this game block. So now it is all on the Headhunters here at their home Vite Sports Stadium to try and claim the number 1 seed and the South Division. They are 24 yards away from Bossier City's goal line. Lakeman will throw again. Has time, downfield, plenty of blue jumpers around. Maforica nearly had it.
You know, if the score stays how it is, Jacob, there's a potential to have a 6-team hodgepodge at 9-3. How crazy is that?
That scenario show could go for 4 hours. It's going to be... I don't envy who's going to be on that if that's the case, but Houston are going to try and change that fact. There'll be another drop back by Lakeman, and again, Bossier City nearly got mitts on it. Holdorf, who's already had one today, that went just over his head on the deflection, but it'll be Sonny J who has to come out and make it back to 7.
They're really making John Lakeman pay with these passes, right at a 50% click rate, and like you said, 3 interceptions in this game, all have been momentum shifters in this contest. Now Sonny J has already kicked from a couple yards back. This should be kind of same drill for Sonny J.
A 41-yard attempt on the far left side of the field. He's going to swing it left to right, and Jay has got it. So it's back within 7 points, 9.5 minutes to go. So to confirm for Mike Lopez and company in the chat, that win last week for Mexico City over Houston means they would have that head-to-head tiebreaker. So Houston must win this game if they want the South Division, which they of course do. And they also want the number 1 seed with a team win record. No one would be able to catch them. And as you mentioned, Brett, a loss for the Headhunters would push them to 9-3. A logjam of teams that will sit at 9-3, including the Aztecs, who have locked up the win on the other side of the game block there.
Yeah, we already have, if this result stays true, we already have 4 confirmed teams at 9-3, which would be Houston, DC, Mexico City, and I believe Denver's in that bunch. Or not, excuse me, Denver finished 8-4, so there'll only be 3 confirmed 9-3 teams.
Fresh set of downs here for the Steamers. Fresh drive, in fact, starting at the 20-yard. Handoff straight up the middle. Rob Noel beat incognito. Henry at the pursuing from behind. Chris Henry has puts up some big plays tonight to shut down some plays. I'm Jacob Clear. That's Brett Solberg. In stats this evening, Stephen Hacker and Ron Haynes producing, as always, for the Simulation Football League. Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ. You're watching the Virtual Football Network. Incredible game here to end your Saturday night block. Second down and short into a Joker's formation. Beyond Robert Nemchek to try and get forward progress. As Pickler runs, he's lost it, picked up by one of the secondary members. Jason Peace forced it. It's collected in the end, by Al Ingram III, and Houston have the football back.
And I was just talking about how quarterback fumbles have been really bad in this last couple of weeks, and Lakeman secured that ball. This time, Johnny just couldn't keep his hands on it while sliding down, and it was prime real estate for Houston to get the ball back at the 35. This screams points off turnovers if you're the Headhunters.
What an opportunity for Houston. They only need 35 for that major score that would tie the game up. Hand off on the outside. Sosa ran straight at Pink Lisa, who shut him down after a gain of 3. Bossier City have converted 3 of those runs on 3rd down and short for first downs. The 4th one results in a fumble, and it puts Bossier City now under pressure to maintain this 7-point lead.
And Mark's got a great point. Momentum shifter. This has gone right back to Houston's side.
Stats team has given John Barnhart the fumble recovery. Throw the backfield. It's caught by Torino Rivera trying to go for the first down. He's pushed out of bounds. They're a yard shy of the line to gain by Zach Holdorf.
Love the fullback swing play. Haven't seen that all game from Houston. And Rivera is a big body to put down. So it was a smart play to go his way. Now 3rd and short.
Lakeman has not completed a pass outside of the hash marks. That is an unbelievable stat the game just highlighted. Hand off on the outside.
Whoa.
Sosa is shut down. Huge effort up front by Michaela Foraker.
There's Stuart Zamilia in there as well. And now forces another field goal from Sonny J. This time the longest we've seen from Jay, 45 yards out.
So Houston don't walk away with a major score off the back of that huge turnover. Jay has got to make it within 4, and he does. He's 2 for 2 in the 4th quarter.
And just my hair's standing on edge right now. This has been a game from start to finish so far, and we're gonna have ourselves a photo finish with 7 minutes left to go.
You can't complain about that result either for Houston. You've been having issues on the sideline from passing on 3rd down and short. You run it for the first time this evening, and that's unsuccessful as well. So it gives credit to Bossier City's short field defense this evening, and they will still have the lead again with the football. Going to walk out there and recover from the turnover from Johnny Pickler on the 3rd down and short. He had the first down, went for the slide, lost the football. John Barnhart picked it up. But Houston are able to get a major score out of it. Garrison Blue in motion. Pickler drops back. He's got plenty of time. Throws downfield in between 2 Houston defenders. Was Blue, and again it's Chris Henry with a huge play.
Yeah, and that was a well-timed throw from Pickler, but it was great recognition from the safeties on that far side as well. We've been talking about how that middle of the field has been exposed for Houston, and they really shored that up on the pass.
Again in the triple formation. Pickler again. Under pressure this time from Dominguez. Wow! Garrison Blue has plucked it.
That is an amazing show of strength and athleticism from a tight end. And again, I've been speaking his name to praises within the last 3 weeks there. This is all-star Garrison Blue coming into form in this 4th quarter.
Oh, wow. We're getting the attention from the viewers of the other game block here. Again, Mexico City have wrapped it up, so they need a Bossier City win. They need this result to hold. Rob Noel with a run gets 8.
And they need those big runs from Noel if they're going to start running the football. So 8 yards is huge out of it. So great work from Noel to get the major yards.
It's his best carry of the game of 13, Rob Noel. 13 of 42 with the 2 touchdowns on the board. Pickler's going to run again. He's lost it a second time, but this time Bossier City are able to hold on.
Oh, sigh of relief from the Louisiana fold there as another fumble comes out, but thankfully a lineman gets to it.
Pokey Bar saves the day. Unreal. Lightning nearly striking twice. Hand up at the middle. That'll be Noel. He's shut down once more. Guy Incognito on the run stop.
And again, Bossier City, they're kind of looking to shed off some clock now. They're going run on first down. They've been going pass for, a couple of these opportunities. So now we're seeing a run on first down. I should see a pass here on this triple formation.
Go to the outside stretch. It'll be a run for Noel. Beats Incognito. And Jason Peace will shut him down 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Huge third down. Upcoming here. Do you go to the run again? They've been with Netemchek in these situations. Imagine he's checked back in again here. Gonzalez in front of him. It'll be a run. Pickler again. He's got the first down and takes the contact. This time gets the first down without losing the ball.
Yeah, that one scared me a little bit because that's full-on linebacker action. Sorry, excuse me. That is corner action, and that's in this SFL. There's some big bodies, and Guy Incognito is a big body as a safety, and you always got to count your blessings when a quarterback still has a football like that.
Inside the final 5 minutes here. All eyes on this game. Hand up in the middle. It'll be a run for Noel. Broke the plane. Rob Noel inside the 10. He's got his third touchdown of the day. And Houston's under full pressure now.
Man, oh man. That is the run that you want. They're marking it down for 33. The longest run of this game going to Bossier City of all teams. Houston has been shut down through the run game in the second half. Bossier City has opened up theirs, and they've opened up this lead now to potentially 11 with 4:40 left to go.
Kicks it back out to a 2-score game within 5 minutes of scrimmage remaining. Huge run by Rob Noel. The run game has been quiet all night from the Bossier City Steamers, and he almost doubles his total rushing yardage in one play, but he's got 3 rushing touchdowns on the board tonight. DR Sim on the return up past the 25. Houston can feel the number 1 seed and the South Division slipping out of their hands imminently, but still an opportunity here with time left on the clock to steal it back.
Yeah, and you really have to look at now the front office staff for Houston. We joke about how Eddie Gage easily gets his heart rate up to about 190 beats per minute. I'm more focused on DR Sim. What's his BPM at right now?
He'll be through the roof. He'd break any heart rate monitor you put on his wrist at this point in time. It's to be a coach in this league. Lakeman on the first down, throws across, plenty of jerseys around DR Sim. There was no way that was getting into the midst of number 80, and it falls incomplete. Again, Mexico City on the Day of the Dead looking to try and steal the South Division. Houston, you imagine, are not going to go down without a fight. It's been an incredible campaign from this Headhunters outfit, but they need all stops here to be pulled out. Drop back again by Lakeman. Throws across. This time Sim's open, and he's got the ball up past the 45.
Finding just enough space to get DR Sim that open opportunity to secure that catch. We might be seeing more receptions his way as Houston moves down the field. Why not go to the 21-season veteran who has seen it all and then some in the SFL?
Again, it has not been the healthiest of nights for John Lakeman, but you've got to throw all of that aside now. Goes back again, under little pressure, he's thrown at the bar again, and Bossier City got the football back. They might have the game.
That one you just cannot throw short. A short route looking for one of his receivers and basically finds the breadbasket of Bogey Bar. Daisy Peace was on it, looked like a crossing route, and you gotta wait a little bit longer to either, or you have to throw that sooner. You can't throw it in between the linebackers, or else that is doomed from the beginning to end.
It's devastating for Houston. Now they are well and truly on the ropes, and Division is with it. Oh my goodness me. Mac Dre nearly got in there and had hands on it. Irrespective, it'll be a throw. Surely Bossier City are not going to go to the air now. You have to run the football.
Yeah, 4 minutes left to go, 11-point lead in enemy territory. I'm running this football at least for second and third down. You're going to easily shed a minute off the clock that way, even if you don't get the first down.
Houston just has to send bodies forward.
Toss.
Another toss play. That's better. Noel on the ground. Got rid of Peace. He's chased by Garrett Evans outside. And it'll be a third down and short, crucially for Houston as well. It stops the clock.
Yeah, you stole the line out of my mouth here, pushing Noel out of bounds, stopping the clock at 3:55. Now Bossier City has to get this first down to continue moving the clock.
Third down and 5. Imagine no risks taken here. Fullback run. Gonzalez took Henry for a run. Huge first down.
My goodness, that is the Henderson train going right through the pit stop and on to the next stop, getting the first down. And this is what Bossier City just needs to do. Ground and pound, make Houston pay for the 4 turnovers tonight.
Driving downfield to put this one well and truly to bed. And now the time is going to be against Houston. They had to get off the field there on that play. Into a Joker's look. Pickler is going to throw. He's going to the flats. It's caught by Callier. We saw that last week. It's the first time it's been called today. And Houston obviously saw that in the scout room because they've been shut down for a loss of 2.
Not a bad idea to go with the swing route to Callier. We've seen that in I would say, with relative success in the season. And it still keeps the clock going as well. So that's almost like a glorified toss.
Second and 12 after the loss of 2 there on that Callier reception. It's a more conventional toss to the outside. There's a run. Wow. Noel is starting to turn it. Oh, gee, was he unlucky there? He ran out of bounds. Was looking to turn that one upfield. In the end, it'll be a third down and 4.
And what I loved about that run, Jacob, is that he basically just cut around his own player to really get those extra yards, forcing Houston to decide whether they're going to cut through or try to get around. They all tried to cut through, which gave Noel the extra yards.
Nicholas going to throw. Oh, man, incomplete. John Barnhart, you have to have that interception. Garrison Blue is the intended target.
100%. That one was like almost stitched for John Barnhart to pick off, but settling for a field goal isn't a bad thing for Houston. It still keeps this a 2-score game.
It's Fennec again. Good. So the task now, uphill, but principally simple. You have to score twice if you're Houston.
Yeah, major thing is to forget about any of the turnovers that you have incurred as a quarterback. Look for your open guys. Trust in your veterans to move down the field, get a score very quickly. I'm talking about maybe a minute or less.
What has DR Sim got in the depths of that playbook to try and save their shot at the division title? Sim on the return is shut down.
To go to get to the end zone. They have got roughly 70 plus yards to move down there. So if I'm Houston, I better get that cavalry ready for the hurry up.
Still enough time. They got all 3 of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. So really 4 clock stoppages in your back pocket. But they need a touchdown here and an onside kick. Lakeman throws across. Oh, Sim! Oh, wow. In midfield, they're up just shy halfway. Incredible highlight reel play from the doctor. Now, Lakeman again throwing. That is incomplete. Let's take a moment to absorb that one.
First off, amazing catch from DR Sim. That's just another one to pile on the list of highlight plays that DR has had throughout his entire career. Second pass, just a yard short. If that would have arced a little bit higher, St. Green would have gotten the catch.
Towards formation. Inside 2 minutes, here we have throw. Lakeman in time. It will be caught by Corky. Couldn't get to the boundary line. Won't matter. It was the 2-minute warning nonetheless.
You know, finding his veterans is, like I said before, finding those guys you know that have been in this stage before that need to get points quick. We've seen now attempts to Sim, St. Green, and Corky.
2 minutes to go. Houston needs 2 scores to save the number 1 seed and the South Division. If they lose, Mexico City's got it again. Can't confirm the Aztecs have the number 1 seed given that 9-3 logjam, but they will have the South. And Houston themselves will fall into that 9-3 logjam. They have to win. Lakeman on the drop back throw. Caught Mike St. Green. He's down all 3 of those veteran receivers. And Bossier City have a first down. Pink Lisa's gone down.
And that means she's done for the day. So someone else has to step up. Lisa has been all over the place, like I said, with multiple jarring hits. Someone's got to step up in that front. I would see someone like Michaela Foraker maybe looking to get her first interception of the season to seal the deal.
It'll be huge. Irrespective, Houston have found themselves inside the SFL red zone. Lakeman needs 16 for 1 of 2 required touchdowns. Drop back. Good blocking up front. Caught DRCM. Goal line touchdown. Houston's in with a shout.
And they did not take a lot of time off that clock. Look at what's left here. All 3 timeouts, $1:51 left. They can just trust in their defense to get things done if they want to, try to seal the deal that way. But it all depends on what they decide on this kickoff. Is it going to be a kickoff or is it going to be an onside?
Within 3 minutes, so generally in this situation, you will see Houston kick it long, but with the timeouts available, you probably want them, in fact, rather, they'll kick the onside kick because it's in 3 minutes, but you'd rather them kick it long because they have got their timeouts at their sleeve, and you just hope you get a stop.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this, seeing what formation is going to come out off this kickoff formation.
They will go for the onside.
Risky.
Big moment. Kick long, caught, returned. It's inside. Dave Axis in his final game as an SFL player. He's going to call game. Mexico City's got the South Division.
So what do you like to say here? Game, set, bingo. And that's what Bossier City did. They called their bingo. They're going to cash it in. They're going to win their reward. And they are going to make Mexico City once again backdoor their way to a South Division title. I think this is the second time that has happened in the last 3 seasons.
It is indeed game, set, bingo. Mexico City got the job done on the other side of the block against Albuquerque. And on the Day of the Dead, they will claim the South Division and are in the running for the number 1 seed. Houston had it in their hands and have come up short this evening on their home turf.
And again,
and yeah, as pointed out by someone in the chat, that's the second onside kick return for a touchdown in this game block.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to end the game, it was a Noe Terrazas onside kick recovery for a touchdown. And then this one is Dave Axis sealing the deal for Bossier City.
And a lovely moment as well for a long-time veteran of the league. And Dave Axis confirmed his retirement a few weeks ago. It's his last game. And on his last touch of the football, he's going to get 6 points on the end of it. Quite fitting.
There's still time for Houston to at least try to get those points back. But now you're basically asking the offense, okay, you're down 2 scores again. Try to figure it out with $1:38 left to go.
It went downfield once already. And in fact, did it in about 30 seconds or so in terms of the scrimmage time. Piece in motion. Still not outside of the realms of miracles. Lakeman will throw. It's caught by DRCM inside the field of play. They'll have to call their first of 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they're probably going to look to use those timeouts pretty much in quick succession, especially if they're only 11, 12-yard catches.
Sim's got over a century, marking the final regular season game for Houston. Into a bunch. Look, does Lakeman have a few more tricks up his sleeve? Roll out. Throws across his body. Gee, DSM caught it at his ankles. I'll have to call another timeout.
Not only is he efficient as a wide receiver, he's flexible as a wide receiver as well. Grabbing him, like you said, pretty much touching his ankles to make sure that, he's still, nimble and then gets the catch.
Inside Bossier City territory once more. Another drop back. Throw by Lakeman. Oh, Sim again. 3 in a row for DR Sim. And Houston's final timeout is gone. And they find themselves 30 yards away.
They've moved themselves 50 yards in pretty quick succession. But now the timeouts are gone. Now it's time to see the hurry up.
It's an uphill battle. They still have at least a minute left on the clock, though. Lakeman. Does he take a shot? Oh, nearly intercepted. The backup corner in place of Pink Lisa who went down. Nearly had that one.
And that one, if that would have returned for 6, that would have been maybe all the demons exercise for all the bad luck Bossier City's had this season.
Back into the triple look. So a minute 18 left on the game clock for Houston to try and salvage this. Lakeman outside, great deflection. Michaela Forica did enough.
And now it's gut check time for the Houston pass game. We expect another pass, and I wouldn't be too shocked if it heads over to DR Sim's way.
He's the one that's got them here. Lakeman's got 2 more shots at it here, at least on this set of downs. Sim will be motioned across, picked up by the backup, so I wonder if that's going to be the matchup again. Play fake. Lakeman rolls out. No pressure on him. Throws across his body. There was DPI somewhere in there, I'd imagine. Sim didn't have an opportunity. And that'll be a free play and a clock stoppage.
Yeah, that's important for Houston. And they called that pass interference really early as well. So that coverage, that must have been very tough. And I don't know, having a hand on a receiver, I don't know if that's impeding. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that one a little bit touch and go. Houston have had a couple of go against them tonight. Was Kai Cash, who was pinned twice in this area of the field as well. Irrespective, Houston find themselves now 14 yards away from the goal line again. This is where they struck last time with DRCM. Lakeman rolls out in the clean pocket, throws end zone. It is over a pair of Bossier City defenders. And Forica again with a crucial deflection.
And again, now going for the end zone. In each of these plays, take a little bit more off the clock. So if Houston really wants to have a chance, they need to get themselves this pass connected to the end zone.
Still 60 seconds left on this clock. Houston have got the time to do it. Another drop back by Lakeman. Throws short. He's caught. Oh, he smokes that green. 7-pointer. They've got another shot at it.
Yeah, they have another shot at it, but now they definitely need to recover the onside kick. And don't kick it long. Don't kick it Dave Axis' way, or else he might return that one too.
Well, yeah, neither the clock, there was enough on it, despite the fact that it seemed all hope was lost. I wasn't ready to go with the end of game call, because this exact scenario was still in play. Sonny J's extra point is successful, so again, all on the onside kick. The last one returned by Dave Axis for a 6-point touchdown. But Sonny J's got another chance at it here. Jay kicks back to Axis. He's done it again. Return upfield. Dave Axis beats a couple of tackles. Bossier City have the football, and now you can go. Game, set, bingo.
Oh, take a breath. Woo. Take a breath. Bossier City's going to pull away this one, and now we can mark it official here. Boom. Mexico City, congratulations on grabbing another Cajun Tex-Mex division title.
And Bossier City will claim a 4th win on their 25th campaign. It was just a turbulent game. So much to unpack from that game, but again, the outcome is the positive one for Mexico City that they were hoping for. They stole it right out of Houston's grasp, and now Houston will have to wait for tomorrow night's scenario show to see where they might fall, depending on the outcome of Sunday and furthermore the Monday night spectacular. Bossier City will get to kneel this one out again, claiming their 4th win. So all eyes will be on the East Division tomorrow. Florida will take on Carolina. Florida trying to get to 6-6 and put themselves, you would imagine, in the playoff hunt. Pittsburgh will take on Baltimore. Baltimore trying to protect pride and get to 6-6 themselves before Brett Your Vancouver Legion will take on Sin City at the Monday Night Spectacular. But it ends here. Bossier City have pulled the upset and have pulled the rug out from underneath the Houston Headhunters here on their home turf, and Mexico City have claimed the South Division.
And the biggest thing from Bossier City in that second half was just consistency. They consistently moved the ball down the field throughout their time with the football. It was even in the second half in terms of time possession, but they found a way to get those important points when you need it, and more importantly, when they needed a 3rd down converted, they got it, and it got them moving, it got them touchdowns. My God, 37 points scored in the 4th quarter. That is just nuts.
I want to make a correction. The scenario show is not tomorrow. It is at 11:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Virtual Football Network. You'll find out all of what's to come tomorrow and Monday right here on the VFN. For Jacob Clear, that's Brett Solberg, Stephen Hacker, and Ron Haynes in the stats truck. This one ends here at Vibe Sports Stadium. Bossier City 44, Houston 37.